Hi, I'm Kitty and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about protein. Specifically, my 5 top tips to help you hit your protein targets. One of the most common things I see with women when they start tracking their food is they undereat protein and they overeat fat. Now, if you want to lose weight and improve your metabolism, you want to make sure you're getting enough of this metabolic powerhouse. Protein is the main raw material used for all the repair work in your body. It's used to make important enzymes and hormones, antibodies, which are essential components of the immune system. Proteins also transport various substances around the body. Protein can be used as a backup energy source, and protein is the most thermogenic of all 3 macronutrients. This means that it uses the most calories to digest, and it can help you maintain muscle while eating in a calorie deficit. So how much protein should you be eating? If your goal is weight loss or you want to optimize your body composition, a good starting point is 1.8 to 2.2 grams per kilo of your goal body weight. If you scroll back, I've recorded a video specifically on protein and how to work out your starting macronutrient targets. So now I'm going to share with you my top 5 tips to help you reach your protein targets. Number 1, plan in advance. Tracking on the fly is not only stressful, but you're probably going to get to the end of the day and realize, shit, I've got to eat 50 to 100 grams of protein. One thing I do, and that I recommend all my clients to do, is spend some time the week before doing up a meal plan and doing some food prep. This way, you can do a meal plan with foods you actually enjoy and that fits your schedule. If it's not tasty and it's not easy, trust me, you won't stick to it. This way, you can play around with the meals to ensure that you're getting adequate protein at each meal and that you're hitting your targets by the end of the day. Then you just need to do some food prep. This will not only help you reduce decision fatigue day to day, but also ensure that you're well fueled and hitting your protein targets by the end of the day. Here are some examples of what 130 grams of protein could look like over 4 meals and then 5 meals. Another thing I like to do is keeping prepped protein on hand. I'll do 2 things. Number 1 is portion up serves of my favorite raw protein and freeze them. So for example, I'll dice up some chicken breast or chicken thigh. I really love lamb and I love prawns. I'll put them into 150 gram portions and I'll just freeze them. That way, if I don't have anything ready for dinner, I can just grab one out, throw some chips in the air fryer or cook some rice or make some mashed potatoes, serve it with some fruit or juice, and I've got a really simple meal that I know will hit my protein targets. The other thing I'll do is cook up bigger batches of my favorite meats. So one of my absolute favorites is beef cheeks. So I'll get the slow cooker out, I'll throw the beef cheeks in with some stock, some garlic, some onion, some herbs. I'll leave it on overnight. In the morning, I'll just drain the liquid off, I'll shred it up, and then I'll portion it up and freeze it. That way I can just get it out. It's super simple and easy, and I can add it, to things like soft shell tacos, or I'll make some air fried chips or mashed potatoes, or basically just add any other carb source, and it's a really simple and easy meal, and that way I know I'm hitting my protein targets. Number 2, start your day with a solid, well-balanced breakfast that contains 25 to 40 grams of protein, depending on your protein goals. Many women unintentionally undereat protein at breakfast. Do any of these breakfasts look familiar? Many of the common breakfasts average just 5 to 10 grams of protein. Just remember, breakfast doesn't need to be a typical breakfast food. It could be anything really. You could even have leftovers from the night before. Just make sure you're having an adequate amount of protein and then balance it out with carbs and fat. Here are some of my favorite breakfast meals that contain 25 grams plus of protein. Eggs with sourdough paired with coffee made with milk, collagen and OJ or fruit. Overnight oat porridge. High protein banana smoothie with Saturée clean casein, banana and honey. Leftover steak from the night before with potatoes and fruit. Greek yogurt with stewed apples, honey, cinnamon and coffee with milk made with collagen. Or taco stuffed potatoes with fruit. I'll pop a link below to the Instagram post where I share all of these recipes. Number 3, always base your meal around protein. This is also helpful when you go out. So when you're deciding what you want to have to eat, just make sure you look at the protein first, then add in the carbs and the fat. For example, I'm going to talk you through one of my favorite restaurant menus and some of the things that I would pick that I know have a good amount of protein in them. Okay, so I've just brought the menu up on my computer. Some of my favorites are the Fremantle octopus, the yellowfin tuna. Both of those have a good amount of protein, and the beef tartare. I love the barramundi, that's also got a good amount of protein. The lamb rumps does as well. So does the bugs and the prawns. The steak's also a good option, so the eye fillet or the rib fillet. And then I usually go for a serve of the mashed potato with oil, or I'll have a Coke or a juice. Then I know that I'm having a good amount of protein. I've got that potato in there for the carbs, and then I will, have the Coke or a juice, or you could just leave that out, or you could just have the Coke or the juice. Number 4, make sure you keep easy sources of protein on hand that you can grab for snacks. Some of the things that I always keep in the house are low-fat Greek yogurt, low-fat cottage cheese, milk, low-fat milk, beef jerky, tinned oysters or sardines, low-fat cheese slices, Saturée clean casein, Parmesan cheese, Baby Bell light cheese, and nitrate-free deli meats. You can just grab these and pair them with carbs and you've got a well-balanced snack or small meal. I'm going to pop a link below with some of my favourite snack ideas that contain a minimum of 20 to 30 grams of protein. Like your main meals, always think about protein first, then add in carbs and some fat if needed. Just remember that many protein sources will already contain fat, so you may not need to necessarily add extra fat in, just add the carbs. Number 5, keep a good quality protein powder on hand when you need to top up your protein or you need a really super quick and easy protein source. I really like Saturée clean casein. It's just 100% pure casein and it's high in protein, very minimal fat and carbs. So it's a really good way to bump up your protein without actually adding extra carbs or fat. You can add it to yogurt. I like to make smoothies with it, or I'll even put it in my ice cream at night. I'll pop a link in the show notes with a discount code. And if this video has been helpful for you, I'd love for you to give it a like and comment below with what you found to be the most helpful. And don't forget to subscribe because I release a new video every single week. You can also head to my website www.newstrength.com.au and subscribe to my mailing list. I'll send you my 5 simple steps to getting started guide. This guide contains 5 super simple things that you can implement today to help you support your body health and hormonal goals.